In 2018, a teacher wrote in a student's report card, "This student has no future. He is wasting everyone's time." That student dropped out 1 year later. At 25, he was running a business doing $50,000 a month. 3 of his classmates, the ones who topped every exam, applied to work for him. This is not a motivational story. This is not believe in yourself content. This is about something much more uncomfortable. Why the system that called him a failure was itself the failure, and why nobody talks about it. Part 1. The day they gave up on him. Let me take you back. His name is Jake, age 14, sitting in the back row. 3rd failing grade in a row. His teacher calls his mother. "Your son is not trying. He doesn't focus. He will not succeed if he continues like this." His mother cries on the way home. That night, Jake hears his parents arguing. What will become of him? Why can't he just study? His cousins are doing so well. He pretends to sleep. But inside, something is happening. Not motivation, not anger, a quiet decision. If this system doesn't want me, maybe I don't need this system. Now let me show you the other side of the classroom. Marcus, front row, perfect grades, every teacher's favorite. His parents used him as an example. Be more like Marcus. At 22, Marcus gets the job. Stable, respectable, safe. First salary arrives. He feels like he finally made it. 3 years later, same desk, same boss, same ceiling. At 3 a.m., a question keeps him awake. I did everything right. Why does it still feel like I'm stuck? Part 2. What school actually trained you for? Here's what nobody told Marcus. School is a closed game. Fixed rules, fixed rewards, fixed ceiling. And Marcus mastered it completely. But mastering a closed game makes you dependent on it. So when school ended, Marcus did what he was trained to do. He found another closed game. A job. Fixed rules, fixed rewards, fixed ceiling. School didn't prepare Marcus for life. It prepared him for the next level of the same trap. Now Jake never mastered the closed game. So at 17, he started exploring outside it. Small experiments, selling things online, offering services, talking to real people about real problems. He failed constantly. But here's what failure actually is. Failure is data. Every rejection taught him how to communicate better. Every lost client taught him what the market actually wants. Every failed idea eliminated one wrong direction. Jake wasn't falling behind. He was learning the real game, while everyone else was memorizing the fake one. Part 3. The psychology nobody explains. Here's the part that changes everything. Over 12 years of school, every time Marcus made a mistake, marks were cut, teachers were disappointed, parents were called. His brain learned one thing at the deepest level. Mistakes are dangerous. Avoid them at all costs. So what did Marcus do in real life? He never asked for a raise. What if they say no? He never pitched a new idea. What if it fails? He never started something of his own. What if it doesn't work? Fear became his operating system, and fear is the most expensive thing you will ever carry. Now Jake failed every week in school. Wrong answers, failed tests, disappointed teachers, and every single time he survived. His brain learned something completely different. Failure is not the end. It's just the beginning of figuring it out. So when his first business failed, he started another. When a client rejected him, he found 10 more. When he lost money, he studied why and came back stronger. Jake didn't have more talent than Marcus. He had a better relationship with failure. And in the real world, that is worth more than any degree, any grade, any gold medal. Part 4. The system that built this. Now the uncomfortable question. Who benefits from Marcus? Because this didn't happen by accident. The modern school system was designed during the industrial age, when factories needed workers, obedient workers, punctual workers, workers who don't question the system, workers who accept fixed salaries and spend them without thinking, and the corporations that need those workers, the banks that profit from financially illiterate customers, the brands that need impulsive, emotional spenders. They all need more Marcuses, not Jakes. Jake asks too many questions. Jake challenges too many rules. Jake creates his own income, which means nobody controls him. The teacher who wrote, "This student has no future," wasn't trying to hurt Jake. She was just a product of the same system. A system that measures one type of intelligence and calls everything else failure. The real failure was the measurement, the financial gap. Let's talk real numbers. The average salaried employee gets a 3 to 5% raise per year. Average inflation 4 to 6% per year, which means Marcus works harder every year and falls slightly further behind every year. His income has a ceiling. His growth has a speed limit. Now Jake, he started at zero, lost money in the beginning, but he learned one real market skill and scaled it. Year 1, struggling. Year 2, stable. Year 3, growing. Year 4, hiring. Because skills compound. Businesses compound. Real-world experience compounds. Marcus trades time for money. Jake trades value for money, and value has no ceiling. The teacher who called Jake a failure wasn't wrong about everything. Jake was a failure inside that specific system, but the system was never the whole world. It was just a room, and the moment Jake walked out of that room, the rules changed completely. If you were watching this, and you were the Jake in your class, your failures were not evidence of your limits. They were evidence that you didn't fit inside a box that was never built for you. And if you were the Marcus, your discipline is real. Your work ethic is valuable. You just need to aim it at a bigger game, because the world doesn't owe you success for following the rules. It rewards you for creating value. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you stop working for someone else's dream and start building your own. They called him a failure. He became their boss. The question is, what are they calling you right now? And what are you going to do about it? Comment one word, Marcus or Jake, because this channel exists for one reason only, to teach you what school never did. Subscribe if you're ready to learn the real game.